Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to discuss something that I know a lot of people who have experienced narcissistic abuse have struggled with, and that's how a narcissist sabotages your potential. Now, how a narcissist sabotages your potential has to be one of the worst effects of narcissistic abuse. I've spoken to countless people who have said to me, I don't know who I am anymore, I've lost direction in my life, or I don't know what to do, or I'm unsure about the future, or I feel empty. These are all signs of having a feeling of loss, a loss of self. Now, the unfortunate thing is that there are so many people that are still alive, yet they're grieving their own lives because of narcissistic abuse. I can totally relate to this feeling and the experience, having gone through it myself. It's debilitating to know deep down that you have the ability to do whatever it is you want to do, but for some reason you can't seem to take the necessary steps to execute your goals or aspirations in life. It's important to understand that the narcissist themselves is always sabotaging their own life. A great example of this is when they discard people. Now, most people who experience discard do take it very personally, and that's understandable. I mean, it's definitely not a pleasant thing to go through. But I just want to make you aware that in that process, the narcissist is also discarding themselves in running from their own pain. And I discuss this more in my other video, how to stop running from the pain of narcissistic abuse. Now, the narcissist discard equates to self-sabotage and abandoning that part of themselves that they're scared to face. Meanwhile, they continue their reign of manipulation and gaslighting, making you believe things that aren't the truth, causing you to doubt yourself and not trust your own worth. Over time, this causes so much confusion, and you may have gone into the relationship knowing what direction your life was going in, what aspirations you had, only to have them trampled on. Now, something I don't hear spoken about is how a narcissist might make suggestions on how you can alter things and opportunities in your life. They make it look like they're supporting you, but the goal is to take you off course. They may even act like they're working with you to advance your prospects and opportunities. Examples of this might be encouraging you to make bad financial decisions or burning bridges with people that are an asset to your life. Whilst in the relationship, you always have this undertone of confusion. The narcissist's sly, condescending remarks, the blows softened with a joke take their toll. It's not hard to get to a place where you are confused, wondering, should I do A, B, go in this or that direction? The narcissist is likely to come into agreement with your confusion and become a yes man or woman, but only to your mistakes. This has happened to quite a few people that I know of, where the narcissist brings on the confusion, then comes into agreement with you on everything, leaving you even more confused as what direction to go in. You might try different options and fail, only to have that thrown back in your face. So they refuse to be a voice of reason or clarity, only a source of confusion. The narcissist punishes you for reaching goals or accomplishing anything. They make you feel bad for doing something good, and you soon begin to avoid bringing up anything positive you've done, to avoid arguments or criticism. Now, this is called negative reinforcement or positive punishment. Having to constantly face consequences for succeeding causes you to stop sharing your success. Now, for most, they almost give up on their goals altogether. They give up on themselves. Once a narcissist can visibly see the evidence of their handiwork, they'll accuse you of being scatty, not being able to make good decisions, and flittering from one thing to another. This is underhand and is done very methodically, making you feel that you're at fault for the outcome and have poor decision-making capabilities. They make you wonder how you went from someone who knew exactly what they wanted and knew where they were going to someone that can't make one decision on which direction to go in. So that's how they get you in this state, which causes you to not trust yourself and undermine your own potential. Over time, you naturally let go of your dreams and you no longer see your own potential. The only potential you end up looking at is a narcissist's. You see their potential and what they could possibly be to you if you don't give up on them and the relationship. You end up focusing more on the hope that this relationship will get better, that they will get better, and you cater to the narcissist's needs more than your own. And this becomes your one and only goal. All of the manipulation heavily impacts your life. It causes you to become a shadow of your former self and losing your sense of self. You learn to self-sabotage every seemingly good thing that may come your way. And the reason for this is because your self-belief and self-worth has been diminished and eroded. You no longer believe that you deserve good things. So when good does come your way, you put up your hand and you reject it. Now, the narcissist created this dynamic where you consult with them about everything you do. The issue is they'll advise against you doing anything that will elevate you in life. And even if they do support you, it will be with a slow clap and fake support, whilst in the background doing all they can to sabotage your progression. At this point, the narcissist has you right where they want you. They don't want you to do good in life, and certainly not better than them. And that's what they have you believing in terms of your own life and potential. They constantly remind you of how useless you are and present the evidence of that right before you, based on the case they've been building against you with your help, but that's due to the control and manipulation. This is what narcissists do. They push your hand and make subtle negative suggestions. They don't directly mess your life up. They manipulate you into doing it yourself. Then when it's done, they stand back and say, "See, look what you did." Once a narcissist discards you or you leave, you're left feeling like an empty shell. You feel like you have no prospects. Maybe you started out with a lot, but then you look at your life and you have nothing to your name. Looking at your life and wondering, how did this happen? How did I allow this to happen? Only in hindsight can you come to the realization of what was happening. It's hard to see the truth of the matter until you're actually out of it. Now, I know that was a lot. And if any of this is how you felt or how you're currently feeling, it's not the end of the road, really. It's only the beginning. Having awareness of your situation is key to recovering and healing from it. Now we've built a picture of how the narcissist sabotages your life and potential. Let's see how you can begin to take back your life. Taking things one day at a time. That's really important. You may experience feeling down, a real lack of motivation, immobilization even, which is when you feel demotivated and unable to do the normal things in life. To try and combat this, you can create what's called an activity diary. So if you grab a piece of paper and a pen and honestly write down the activities that you struggle with. Literally, it could be getting up at a certain time, being disciplined in brushing your teeth when you get up in the morning, doing the laundry, for example. Now, I just want to say a quick disclaimer here. If you do feel completely unmotivated, please do seek professional help. A lot of people have depressive symptoms after narcissistic abuse, and others experience additional mental disorders such as PTSD, CPTSD, eating disorders, or anxiety. Now, it might be that you need to motivate yourself to get back into the swing of things in life and reclaim your independence. But it's just important to recognize when things don't feel right. And if in doubt, please do definitely consult a professional. Now, after living in the twisted, make-believe so-called reality of the narcissist, it can take time to adjust back to normality. And it's essential to break tasks down. Break down even little activities into a time frame. So you could say, for example, 9 to 10 a.m., get up and go to the gym class, or 12 to 1 p.m., meet up with a friend at the local cafe. Scheduling these simple activities can help get you back into a routine. And having some kind of routine is vital for our mental health. Also, be sure to try new things, or the things that you put aside due to being in the narcissistic abusive relationship. Revisit what you loved before the relationship. Doing so will help reconnect you with your authentic self. So write your goals down. Go back into your mind. What did you want to achieve? That potential is still inside you, and it's time to revisit it. Now, I personally use a planner. There's one on Amazon called Clever Fox Planner, and it's really a great way of tracking your goals, your visions, and just your daily activities into like bite-sized chunks. You can also make small daily promises to yourself. When you promise yourself you'll do something, do your best to actually see it through and do it. As I already mentioned, keep it small initially. Each time you keep that promise to yourself, you're building trust, confidence, and empowerment within yourself about your own abilities. So every day you take the time to observe yourself and show up consistently, you're building that muscle of discipline back too. But try not to overwhelm your subconscious, because we don't want to re-traumatize ourselves. We want to create a safe place for ourselves. The narcissist wanted to create the illusion that you've lost so much, as well as yourself. It's not true. You can't just lose yourself to someone like that. Yes, you can be smothered to the point that you don't recognize yourself, to the point where you no longer see yourself, but you are still within. Your authentic self is just overshadowed by the effects of what they did. It's also important to consider past traumas too. For instance, if you were raised in a narcissistic household, you already have that to deal with. Couple that with a narcissist relative's effect on your life. All of this affects your life and causes self-sabotage. Even if you have to start from the ground up, do it. Now, that might mean getting a job. You might have to do something that you feel doesn't equate to your previous skill set because you've been out of work for so long, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. The key is here to get back on your own 2 feet, regain that feeling of independence, and prove to yourself that you can progress, no matter how little the steps are. That mere feeling of doing something positive for yourself and your life can go a long way to building back your confidence over time. The narcissist's goal was to suck the life force out of you, to dim your shine and potential. But I'm here to tell you that those things are embedded in who you are. They saw it from day one, and that's the very thing that they wish they had, but never can. If anything, the narcissist saw you as a major threat. They didn't want you to do better, or be better, or love yourself better, because it's a painful reminder of what they're not willing or prepared to do. Every day you work on yourself through counseling, therapy, self-love, self-progression, you'll see little glimpses of your former self show up. It's never too late to become the person that you know you can be or who you aspire to be. So reignite your life, potential, and your purpose, no matter what age you are, whether it's 40, 50, 60 even. The only person that can sabotage your potential now is you, and the narcissist was training you to continue to do so, even after they were out of the picture. It's important to recognize that and make the choice to not let the narcissist leave that as a legacy on your life. If you're feeling that your life and your potential is stunted, then that's not a fact or who you are. That's who you became because of who they were. And it's something that you have control of changing. So if you were able to see any potential in the narcissist, you know that you can also see that same level, if not more, potential in yourself. Escaping narcissistic abuse is not an easy feat, and the fact that you can go through all of that and come out is a testament to how strong you are. They didn't break you, and even if they were close to, you can get back up again. So what have your experiences been regarding a narcissistic sabotaging your life and your potential? And what steps will you take today, no matter how small, to make some progress? Maybe you could write that down on a piece of paper and just daily, if anything comes up, you can just keep noting it down and keep taking a look at it and actually take action on those steps. So I hope this has really helped you guys, and feel free to put your comments down below, and I'll surely get back to you guys. Have a great day.